All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 4 of VEVE Investments. On today's episode, we're going to be recapping the most recent DCON over in London with VEVE. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get on with the episode. Kicking it off, guys, I want to start off with this lovely man on screen right now. Alex, if you're watching this, shout out to you. If I ever end up on a dance floor with you, you'd put me to shame in an instant. Jokes aside, though, I want to highlight something that really shined out to me this past event, and it was, the commitment and dedication on both sides of VEVE. When I say both sides, I mean, the team and the users and fans of the platform. When you got lines wrapping around the building or adults running into lines so they don't miss stuff, and, groups of people, not even individuals, groups getting tattoos of the company logo, people picking, the CEO's brain, asking him question after question after question. All really good things to see, and it definitely puts a smile on my face as an investor, considering all the negative sentiment in the crypto and NFT space right now. There's a lot of positive stuff happening in the VEVE community. Next up, in light of recent news, guys, Golden Moments is coming to a finale. That's right, it is ending. Nada, no more. David did mention that there's a particular series coming to an end during DCON. This was the one that came to mind. However, what shocked me is how soon they're bringing this to an end. I was under the impression that there was going to be a lot more coming. There's 50 Golden Moment statues in the Disney parks. However, with that being noted, there are two things that I was actually going to be bringing up in a future video of mine, and that was Alex retweeted, or I shouldn't say retweet, responded to a tweet back in March saying that they never had the intention of doing any more Golden Moments after season 1. Or series 1, sorry, and that it was Disney that actually came forward and said, hey, we want to do more for Valentine's Day. So that kind of gave me a hint that they weren't going to do all 50, but at the same time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I still cannot find the physical statue of Elsa in the Disney parks or the Iron Man statue. So from what it looks like, from my perspective, Disney and VEVE ended up creating completely new Golden Moments and tossing them on the app. But nonetheless, they are ending it with the Aladdin lamp. If you guys end up getting this on the drop, you're automatically going to qualify for the Disney logo, which I think is huge because historically speaking, logos do great in the collecting world. But then you're also going to get a guaranteed reservation for the Mickey Sorcerer drop, which is going to be exciting as well. But yeah, coming to an end, definitely shocked me. From an investor standpoint, though, we can certainly be happy because that now means that Golden Moments are becoming more scarce on VEVE. Next, guys, we're going to be reviewing some clips of David talking to some fans over at DCON about potential NFT utilities for some pieces on the app down the line. Check it out.
Quite important. I mean, for example, lightsabers. There will be characters that holding those sabers might not come out with their lightsaber, so you kind of need that saber to go. Personally, if I have a Yoda, I will want my Yoda to have a saber. We reckon there will be another genre where people want to own music, like CDs or records, and records are coming back, by the way, that you will want to own a special cover. And that special cover will give you something, but the music will play. Give you some examples, okay? And this is not confirmed.
Okay.
If you own, for example, if you own a Back to the Future DeLorean, and you want to listen to the soundtrack from the movie, you could buy a record or a cassette on VEVE, and when you bring out the car, while you're driving an AR, you will want to put the music in so you can listen it whilst driving. Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. He talks a little bit about how, some Star Wars characters are going to be released without lightsabers, and you're going to have to pair them with their lightsabers, adding a form of utility for those pieces, like the Yoda lightsaber he used as an example. And then the other one he talked about was audio tapes for vehicles in the app, and how potentially down the line, he didn't say it was confirmed, but David, how you're going to be able to put, some of those audio pieces in those vehicles to listen to the tracks, and then also little Easter eggs like having the same edition number for the track as you do for the vehicle would play or do something different. So very unique to see, or very cool to see how the team is thinking behind the scenes. Next up, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about something I noticed David bringing up consistently in his answers. Take a look at these clips, and we'll chat after.
And I think that's, a lot of the thought in the community has in the past is, well, I can't see it. we always knew they are on the metadata. We just didn't decide to show it because what we didn't want is people in 2018 had no idea what that chain number is, and they start going, well, what is this number? You know, and so we hidden a lot of the features. Our aim, and yesterday we talked about it in AMA, is that we want to make sure that metaverse is something that people want to go into. So we don't want people to go in and you're in London, you're in New York, I'm in Australia, wherever, and you go into the metaverse and you see no one. After 5 times you go into it, you just go, well, my mate's not in there, so you don't use it. So we're going to start off with stages inside the VEVE.
So there you have it, guys. You know, at the end of the day, I can't really explain it better than, you know, the way David did, but, you know, he's largely talking about consumer protection and making sure that users and investors on the platform are protected. Referring to the metadata, right? If you just end up tossing, you know, too much information at somebody who doesn't have a background in that information, it ends up just scaring them off, right? And that's anything in life. If you're trying to learn something new, you want to simplify it, and you can see that the team has already, you know, taken that into account with, you know, barriers to entry on VEVE. So, you know, somebody who has no crypto or NFT background can simply download the app, put their credit card in, and start purchasing NFTs. Whereas, you know, somebody on OpenSea has to create their wallet, they have to attach their wallet, and then they have to do a bunch of other things associated with getting the NFT. So in terms of barriers to entry, a new user coming onto VEVE who doesn't have a background in blockchain technology or crypto or any of that stuff, you know, they're far more likely to retain a user by simplifying the platform than, you know, shoving too much information down their throat, if that makes sense. And the last thing, guys, we're going to discuss today is going to be regarding a point that I brought up in my first video on this channel and how David did confirm it during DCON. Check it out.
I haven't seen a lot of VEVE advertising. It's only sort of by chunks that I heard about it.
Yeah.
Is that intentional? Like
yes, that's intentional. These massive advertising will start Q4, Q1 next year. Okay. I mentioned before, the KYC has been very important for us to sort out. Regulations are always changing. Dan had mentioned in AMA he wants to onboard payment and crypto payout to be a bit more smoother. Then you kind of got a new category of users coming in. Yeah, like you say, for the crypto fans to come in, number one is they want that metadata, so we want to provide that as well. You know, so certain things needs to tick the boxes.
So before you start performing an effort that way, you're making sure everything's.
You are correct. Yeah.
And there you have it, guys. That is exactly what we want to hear as investors. So, you know, my previous point about marketing was how they don't really need to do it right now because there's other things they need to focus on before they have an influx of users. So during this bear market, you know, the best thing possible, and the thing that we want as investors, guys, is for this team to be focusing on patching as many holes as possible. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what he was just talking about, right? Is during this recession, we've had KYC solved, we've had payout solved, we've had MTL solved. But on top of that, there's still things that the team needs to focus on, as he was just saying, prior to Q1, Q2 marketing. You know, again, what it ultimately comes down to is it's just now is not the time, and they understand that the time is approaching. They just have a couple more things they need to get done. Alrighty, guys, that concludes episode 4. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And make sure to comment down below what you guys want to see in future videos. As for the next episode, guys, I'll see you then.